Hello to all my foam flinging and Nerf loving friends. I am very excited to say that I will be attending Maryland Mayhem. So excited that I decided to have a little bit of a one-on-one, a little chat, a little interview with my good pal Al the Geek. Due to scheduling conflicts and things being kind of busy for both of us, I'm going to ask my questions and react to them without ever seeing his. So if this seems like a weird interview, it's going to be. But let's do it. Let's ask some questions. Let's learn a little bit more about Maryland Mayhem and see how we do. Before we jump in, I'm going to mention, for those who don't know, what Maryland Mayhem is. It is a whole weekend of fun. There is a team tournament on the Friday. There is an HvZ, a humans versus zombies, on Saturday. And then on Sunday, there is a whole whack of fun games that people can come and play. And we're going to dive into some details with Al.
Hey Anthony, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Al the Geek, how are you? If you don't follow Al the Geek and you don't know his work, you should really check him out on TikTok, Instagram, all the places at Al the Geek.
I am good. Just coming off a couple of cons, the usual thing, keeping busy and getting ready for Maryland Mayhem.
I'm going to assume that you said that you've been good. The Maryland tournament on the Friday looks pretty exciting. Looks like it has a little bit in common with the Dart Zone Pro tournament. We have a lot of the same teams coming together to battle it out. What are your thoughts on that, Al?
So I'm really looking forward to Friday, just knowing how much fun people had and how successful last year's PvP tournament that Dart Zone hosted. I'm glad that we have the opportunity to do it again. So on the Friday, obviously is the 5-on-5, and we have some returning teams coming back. We have a lot of similar players, but at the same time, we got some new people coming in as well. And I do believe you can still register if you have a team. You have not missed the boat. Get in and register, and you get to participate on the Friday as well. It's going to be happening for most of the day. It is at an indoor place, so rain or shine, it doesn't matter. It's going to happen. But also, what's going to be happening on the Friday, and this is key, even if you're not participating in the 5 versus 5, we are actually going to have a vendor area. There will be vendors available as well where people will have their stuff on display. Some will be selling and some will just be there with their stuff saying, hey, look at what I got. The vendor list includes people like Out of Darts, we have Foamdemic, we have Containment Crew, some guy named Al that looks like me wearing a shirt like this will probably also be there. We also have 3D printed solid and Dart Zone, of course. You'd think I remember since I'm holding it. But yeah, Dart Zone's going to be there as well. And what's also awesome, if you've never experienced in-person booths when Dart Zone is at an event, they have no problems with you picking up and trying all their gear. They will happily answer any of your questions, and no one's sitting there going, no, don't touch that. If anything, they're trying to put blasters in your hand and getting you to try it. They'll probably have a range set up or something else like that. You definitely want to come check it out. So there are so many options available, and most of your sponsors and other people that are coming in will probably be there as well. I will be there. Maritime Fold will be there. Also, I'm pretty sure that Captain Xavier is going to be there wandering around. So it's also another opportunity to meet people. Well, it's easier, when people are standing around and talking, to talk to people as opposed to running an HvZ where you're trying to survive. Meanwhile, you're trying to answer a question. Hey, I had a question about modifying. Yeah, that's great. Maybe not now. So it's just another opportunity to see people. Also, at the facility, we have 3 fields. There will be one field that will be the main arena where everything's being set up, and that's actually where the tournament will be played. Second field will be also the vendor area. So that will be the vendor area where you can come see myself and everyone else that's going to be vending and having table set up. But also, most importantly, in case you were wondering, you don't have to practice in the parking lot. You don't have to figure out how to do this in your hotel room or the Airbnb or in your cars while you're driving down.
That's fantastic. And hey, what do you think of those rumors that if there is a slot available, that a group of ragtag, out-of-shape Nerfers might throw their hats into the ring just for the chance to embarrass themselves?
I don't know what you're talking about. These allegations I clearly can't stand for. I prefer the term svelte, or those that are a little more mobily challenged. However, if said event should take place, I want to assure people that we will have first aid available specifically for them. Not that this is going to happen, but it probably will happen. But you know what? It just provides another fun aspect to it. And if you haven't seen it, yeah, good thing I know how to fall, because I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of that, or we'll just be eliminated pretty quickly. But yes, we are going to allegedly, possibly, something like that. I think it'll be fun, man.
Stranger things have happened. Now I want to talk about the UMBC HvZ Invitational. That's HvZ, Human versus Zombie. They're putting together a big event. We're going to be going out hanging with our squads and seeing if we can survive the zombie onslaught. If we don't survive, because most of us don't, well, usually we all don't, then we will be trying to take down all the humans. Al, I'd love to know your thoughts on this event. I know you're going to be attending. I assume we're going to be watching each other's backs. Any advice you would give to people who are maybe doing their first HvZ?
What, this doesn't look, what do you mean? This doesn't, oh, hey, yeah, no, dude, I am super looking forward to it. For those of you that don't know, Anthony and I did converse and talk to each other before End War, and at End War when he showed up, I was lucky because I had all my Maryland boys there, and so I was set. But then seeing Anthony, he's definitely more in my age range, and we're both Canadian, so I knew we were gonna get along fine, and he was definitely my Nerf buddy. And yeah, dude, we're gonna be together again, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be bringing up the rear like we did last time. That did kind of result in why we survived as long as we did. HvZs are so much fun. You can be gone in half an hour, but you can be all day, but there's options, so I'm really looking forward to it. Also, so last year, we ran with Taco Hell. Taco Hell, again, is a Maryland-based group, and what I love about Taco Hell is that it's broken out into two squads, or like two kind of factions. You have the Hammer, and you have the Anvil. If you are mobile, you are part of the Hammer team, and what the Hammer team does is awesome. They definitely go out more like a recon team, pick off zombies, and are basically our forward scouting group. Now, if you're not as fast, or if you are heavily armed, that's okay. There is a spot for you. This is where Anthony and I fell. It is in the Anvil. The Anvil is the bringing up the rear. You don't have to be that fast, but we work in coordination. And it's a great group to be part of. In it, you'll find myself, you'll find Anthony, you're gonna find Andrew Dartsweep, and also you'll find Neil Boomstick in this group, plus many other familiar faces. If you're looking for a group to join, you might wanna join Taco Hell. Now I know there are probably other factions out there, ones that may be run by a certain captain, and they're probably dangerous, and everyone's looking out for them, and you wanna be part of them, but do not underestimate Taco Hell. It's dinner time.
That's great. Now I'm going to suggest some things, and maybe they're the same ones you said, because we filmed these separately. Big thing for me, make sure you have some water. Rival blasters are really great for the high capacity, but unless you are independently wealthy, it can get a little expensive firing all those foam balls out onto the field. Sure, you can recover some of them, but I definitely lost a lot of my supply at End War. So I'll probably be going with something a little simpler, something that fires darts that I can get from Target cheaply and easily, and I'll just assume that once I've fired them, they're gone. That's a big one for me. The other one would be, don't worry too much about performance, just grab a blaster that makes you happy and have fun. I mean, high capacity or the ability to change mags or a big drum certainly does help, because when you run out of ammo, that's when you die. When I go to this event, I'm going to be using a couple worker Nightingales with some extra mags all set up and ready to go.
So, wait, I thought we agreed that we're doing this, man. Did I miss, dude,
I think HvZ is a lot of fun. I love that it's a one-day event. I've only done 2 HvZs, but I really enjoyed them both, so I'm looking forward to that one. Any final thoughts on that HvZ, Al?
Oh, yeah, clearly you can do whatever you want. Last time I ran a Percy's and it was great, but that's the best thing about this. Know your strengths, know what you can do, know what you can't do. Know what you want to do, know what you definitely don't want to do. For example, maybe you're smaller, not as of my size, it's dinner time, and you're actually more mobile. You could still survive a whole day just by running minimally, just being able to run away from things. If you can't run away from things, then you have two options. One is to make sure you have something that has some pretty good range and accuracy, or you bring the heavy hitter with a whole lot of ammunition and just hope you take them out before they take you out. There are so many things you can do, and you know what? You can run your loadout as crazy or as less as you want. Hell, you can dress up in a big furry costume if you want and then shoot things as well. So that's what makes this fun. Just come out and do it. Which is the last part there.
All right, fantastic. Now, on the Sunday, I may be looking forward to this one the most because I've traveled for a couple events, but I've only traveled 2 HvZs. So I'm really excited about the idea of a day of a bunch of other types of games. I'm not even really familiar with what I'll be playing. This event, of course, is the 11th hour event on the Sunday. Maybe I'll hand it over to you, Al, to talk a little bit about that event and the Maryland Foam Alliance and all the groups down there. You guys have a lot of Nerf going on in Maryland. I am jealous. I'm definitely going to need some advice so I know what to pack and I know what to what to take across the border. Coming across the border into the US with a big trunk full of foam flinging weapons is always a good time, or at least it has been so far. I'm just going to be going and soaking it all in and hoping we get to play some goofy games and try some different ammo types, and maybe I'll get to try a few blasters here and there that I otherwise wouldn't be able to.
For the 11th hour, I could explain it to you, but I'm going to forget something, so instead, I brought a little bit of help. And in case you don't know it, this is Andrew, also well known as Dartsweep. Andrew?
Heyo! Hello, I'm Andrew, aka Dartsweep. Just like to talk a little bit about the 11th hour event on Sunday. So this is a free PvP event hosted by the Maryland Foam Alliance, which consists of Southern Maryland House of Nerf, Maryland Nerf Herders, and the DMV Nerfers, all located within the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We just wanted to provide an opportunity to kind of showcase what the Maryland groups have to offer in the ways of a PvP event. There'll be a series of games throughout the day. Our FPS limit is going to be 150 throughout the whole time, and it will involve games anywhere from Team Deathmatch to King of the Hill and some other fun game types that everyone should enjoy.
Wait, what's Team Deathmatch?
Team Deathmatch, that's just basically your classic team versus team game type. So two teams on opposite sides. The team that has the most amount of tags by the end of the game is the winner.
So then basically for the 11th hour, do I got to bring the biggest, fanciest blaster I have that'll shoot at ridiculous ranges, or what should I be packing?
So you can bring whatever you feel comfortable with, as long as it fits within the 150 FPS range. We do have some competitive players that like to bring out their fancy blasters with FDLs and their Dart Zone Pros, but we also have people that are running stock blasters or throwing socks or throwables just to have fun. So it really just comes down to what you really prefer. So
what you're saying is you don't got to be fancy. Bring whatever you want to bring.
Come as you are, do you.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. Are we missing anything?
I think that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to visit the website at MarylandFoamAlliance.com and check out the Maryland Mayhem section there. Sorry, Anthony.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Al, for all your time. I know you're super busy. You're building so many cool looking things. I'm so glad I've seen them in person once, and I can't wait to see them in person again. Rumor is I'm going to be able to get a tour of your workshop, and I can't wait. I should bring something that I want to paint, because I'm terrible at painting.
Hey, yeah, as you can tell, this is part of the workshop. So yeah, when you're down, you will get the full tour, which I'm sure that at that point, there will probably be a lot more content of various things of Anthony stumbling around my shop, me trying to do something else, or something ridiculous, but hopefully informative. But yeah, dude, yeah, let's do that. You're gonna bring something down. I'm gonna show you how to paint it. And you know what? You're gonna film part of it as well. So people ask me all the time how I do this. So you know what? It's about time I start doing this. I think that is what's going to happen.
If you're going to this event, if you watch the channel or know who I am or know who Al is, and you see us there, not to speak for Al, but he's a friendly guy, come on over, say hello. I would love to chat. I think it's the coolest thing to connect with people from all over.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Just like Anthony said, I think that's also why I love our local Maryland groups, the DMV, the Nerfers, and Southern Maryland. Everybody is so friendly. Everybody is willing to help you. Everyone will answer any questions you have. As far as I'm going, I'm a friendly guy. I swear to God, I'm a friendly guy. So basically, when we're there, absolutely. If you see any of us and you want to come up and say, hi, you have any questions, we will happily answer any questions you have and talk to you. I enjoy it. I like it. I know if you don't know me and you see me at first, I probably do look like a scary SOB. I've got that my whole life, but trust me, just feel free to come up and say hi to any one of us. We're good. Unless, of course, you're trying to go to the bathroom or something else, then probably give people a little space. Like, you know what I mean? If someone goes in a porta-john or is in a stall, that is probably not a good time to be talking to anybody.
And I've heard of a few other folks who are going to be attending. Captain Xavier is going, Beret is going. I'm really looking forward to kind of going over and saying hello. I did meet Captain Xavier really briefly at a Pennsylvania event I went to at Grove City College. And there's a few folks that I did technically meet before, but I've just seen so much of their stuff online since then that I'm looking forward to meeting them again and being able to properly gush about their work and blasters and mods and everything that they've done. I can't wait. The event's the middle of April. All the links and everything will be down below, all the stuff that you need. If you're going and you're having trouble finding out where to park, where you should go, anything about that, feel free to ask me, drop a comment on this video. I probably won't know the answer, but I know people who do know the answers. I know when I went to End War, I was a little bit nervous, wasn't quite sure where to park. I know a lot of those answers are on Discord, but I am a famously bad, not famously, but I'm a very bad Discord user. I lurk. I read things, I jump in once in a while, but I'm not super plugged into Discord. So if you are also like me and not super up on the Discords, you can just ask me here and I will try to help you out so you know where to go. Thanks so much for your time, Al. Any parting words?
It's dinner time. Anthony, man, looking forward to this. Glad you're coming down. This is going to be so much fun. I think what the best part about this is that we're going to have a lot of people out there, and the fact that you're able to combine so many different aspects of the hobby into one weekend is what's the best. From professional to HvZ to your standard, hey, this is what we do on a Sunday Nerf war. So looking forward to it. Again, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to any of us. Again, I am Al the Geek. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and I do have an Etsy store. You don't have to buy stuff, but people ask me, can I buy stuff? Sure. Yes, you can. Anyways, looking forward to it. Maryland Mayhem. I hope to see all of you there.
Fantastic. I assume they were fantastic words. Someday we'll actually do a video together at the same time. Or I'll have you on Friday Night Foam. That would be a good time. Let's do that soon. Take care. Hopefully I see you at Maryland Mayhem.